Good morning, all. You're welcome to day one of the training, and we'll be looking at the first course for today, which is Agnes Orientation. Agnes, that's AGS Orientation. Learning outcomes. So, at the end of this training section, participants will be able to, number one, appreciate the aims and objectives for the establishment of Agnes. Identify the activities and projects that are eligible for Agnes loan. Understand the documentation requirements of Agnes loan. And lastly, process of applying for the Agnes loan. What is agribusiness slash small and medium enterprise investment scheme? Now that is the full meaning of Agnes. Agribusiness, small Agribusiness Small and Medium Enterprise Investment Scheme. Now, AGMES is an initiative of the Bankers Committee in a bid to support and complement the federal government's effort at promoting agribusinesses, small and medium enterprises as a vehicle for sustainable economic development and employment generation. AGMES is a voluntary initiative of the Bankers Committee approved at its 301st meeting held on the 9th of February 2017. The scheme requires all banks in Nigeria to set aside 5% of their profit after tax annually. The initiative is to support the federal government efforts and policy measures for the promotion of agribusinesses, small and medium enterprises as vehicle for sustainable economic development and employment generation. The objectives of objective of agri small and medium enterprise scheme. The objectives of this scheme include one, to ensure small and medium enterprise have access to finance, to generate much needed employment opportunities in Nigeria, to develop agricultural value chain and ensure sustainable agricultural practices, and lastly, to boost the managerial capacity of agribusiness slash SME as pipelines of growing enterprises that can become huge corporate organizations. Also, the activities covered by the Central Bank of Nigeria Agri Small and Medium Enterprise Scheme include businesses across the agricultural value chain covering input, supply, production, storage, processing, logistics, and marketing. Micro, small, and medium enterprise MSMEs in the real sector, including manufacturing, mining, and petrochemicals. MSMEs in the service sector include information and communication technology, ICT, and creative industry. Other activities may be determined by the Bankers Committee from time to time. CBN Agnes loan eligibility, information communication technology, telecommunications, media and publish, creative and art industries, finance, fashion design, beauty, apparels and textiles, art and entertainment, health, industrial and manufacturing, agricultural allied processing, automobiles, hospitality, catering and event management, restaurants, mining, and education, etc. So these are the list of industries that are actually eligible to apply for this loan. Now, there are some conditions that were set before you can apply. Number one, interested applicants must have been trained by an entrepreneurial development institute. Interested applicants will apply via an EDI. So, an EDI is Entrepreneurial Development Institute. The application will then be sent to CBN for processing. Applicants will be called for an interview regarding his or her business, and those qualified will be contracted and given the loan. So, these are the conditions to which you can apply for the loan. Now, we are to note the maximum amount to apply for is 10 million naira, and the interest rate is given at 9% per annum. The tenor is given as 5 to 7 years, and moratorium could be up to 18 months. Now, there are some of the requirements for you to apply for this loan. You have the registered business with CAC, your BVN, then certification from ED form and EDI. That is very important. Your certificate, your passport photograph, and your valid ID card. Now, this is for you to note that applicants who submitted last year and was sent a link to provide further details before the last requirement came out, do not need to resubmit again. Now, we say, how do you apply for the loan? With number one is without collateral. Number one, you get trained. Attend a 1-week compulsory training at the CBN Certified Entrepreneurship Development Institute. Now, that is exactly what you are doing currently, getting trained by a certified EDI. Number two, you apply for the loan. The Entrepreneurship Development Institute EDI, they will guide and assist you in getting all necessary documents required to secure the loan. Note, you can get the current application form from the CBN EDC that trained you. You can get it from the EDI that trained you. You can get it from us actually. Step 3, you receive the funds. Loans are paid into accounts of beneficiaries. Unqualified candidates are given feedback. Step 4, you get business support services. The Entrepreneurship Development Institute will assist you to implement the business plan and provide business support services commercially. Step 5, make sales. Sell products and services to pay back loan and make profits. Step 6, repay loan. Run your business, keep proper records, monitor sales and expenses to maximize profit and pay back the loan. Now, at the end of the class, we're expected to answer certain questions. And number one question is, for this course, which of the following options best describes the main aims and objective of the establishment of AGMES? A, to develop agricultural value chain and ensure sustainable agricultural practices. B, to ensure small and medium enterprise SMEs doesn't have access to finance. C, to generate employment opportunities in the country, in Nigeria. Question 2, which of the following options is not a documentation requirement for the AGMES loan? A valid means of identification. B, CV. C, BVN. Question 3, which of the following options is a process needed in applying for the AGMES loan? A, interested applicants must have been trained by an Entrepreneurial Development Institute EDI. Interested applicants must visit a pastor or an imam for special prayers. C, applicant must have been called for an interview regarding his or her business before applying. Question 4, which of the following options describes whether or not the AGMES loan required a collateral security? A, maybe. B, false. C, true. Question 5, which of the following options is not, emphasis on not, an activity or an project that is eligible for the AGMES loan? A, automobiles. B, hospitality. C, parading. So that is the end of the course. See you in the next course. Thank you.